Your Excellency, Right Honorable, the Enigma, Baba, the greatest and the most respected man in the north of the Sahara and south of the Limpopo, Right Honorable, former Prime Minister and the 5th General, Baba Raila Odinga, and Her Excellency, Mama Aida Odinga, all protocol observed. Habari zenu. Vijana TV. Vijana TV. Naitwa Hezena Lemaletian, Secretary General of Vijana na Raila, na pia mimi nawania kiti ya Women Representative Samburu County, na mimi ni ODM damu, naitwa Queen of the North. Sasa hivi niko na ujumbe ya vijana kwa baba. Baba ametupigania free education. Wengi wetu leo huku tumesoma kwa sababu ya free education, na hiyo ni effort ya baba. Pia baba ametupigania demokrasia na devolution. Sisi watoto wachanga wa hii nation hatungekuwa tunasherekea kama baba hangetupigania. Baba ameonyesha kwamba anajali maslahi yetu, na zaidi anazidi kutupigania azimio la umoja, kwa sababu nchi yetu kitu moja hatuna, ni umoja. Ukitembea mataifa mengine Afrika wako na umoja. Sisi tunataka the spirit of Kenyanism, the spirit of patriotism iongezwe hii Kenya, na solution ni moja, ni baba. Tuliulizwa na Secretary General Atoli, in whose hands are we safe? Vijana wa Kenya tumesema we are safe in the hands of a caring father, kwa sababu ukiona nyumba inachomeka unakimbilia kwa baba na unamshika mguu. Hatutaki ile timu zingine imejaa mafisi. Now on behalf of the young ladies in this country who are fighting for their own spaces, tumesema hatutaki timu mafisi na hatuwezi bebwa na wheelbarrow. Sisi tunataka kubebwa na vitu watoto wengine wanabebwa. Wheelbarrow haiwezi nisaidia mimi kama Samburu. Na nikimalizia, on behalf of the Ma community, baba ametupigania haswa mashamba yetu.
A very beautiful Tuesday afternoon from wherever you are. This is Jalango TV and the program on air is Bonga Najalas. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who subscribed to our channel, and we are now taking it to 1 million subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure that you click on that subscribe button and the notification bell, so that when we have a big interview like this one today, you are the first one to know. Apologies for starting late. The queen herself was traveling all the way from Samburu. How long is that?
6 hours drive.
6 hours drive. Wow. Karibu sana.
Asante.
We are live from Miale. We are live from Miale, Kenya's best restaurant in the 254. What is your favorite meal?
Meat.
Meat. Definitely. Yes. Being from Samburu, sindio? Watu washaanza kusema huko ongea kwa sauti kidogo. Hivyo venye ulikuwa naongea siku ile tukiwa kwa azimio la baba. Weka sauti juu. Sanitize. Nasikia slogan yako huko Samburu ni team sanitizer.
Yes.
Wow. Mbona ulisema team sanitizer?
Kwa sababu tunaleta new aspect, dimension to politics ya Samburu, na pia tumeibiwa sana. Corruption imeaffect Samburu zaidi ya kaunti zingine. So tunataka kusanitize na kuombea kaunti yetu tulete mtu mzuri ya kuwa kiongozi.
Wow. So muna sanitize, you're cleaning up everything.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Wow. So some people do not know how to say your second name. At least I know Hezena. Can you just say the whole of it?
Hezena Lemaletian.
Hezena Lemaletian.
Yes.
Hezena Lemaletian. Born and bred in Samburu?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, where does this journey begin from? So many people were just seeing you for the first time the other day in Kasarani. Who is Hezena?
Hezena Lemaletian is a pastoralist girl from Samburu County, and I like to describe myself as a trailblazer, a culture shaping icon, and system challenger.
The system challenger.
Yes.
Wow.
Born and bred in Samburu. Grew up in a place called Maralal in Samburu. I went to a primary school called Milimani Primary School within Samburu Maralal.
Okay.
I went to high school in St. Teresa's, which is in Wamba, Samburu.
Okay. So, your early life, you never left?
No, nimeona Nairobi for the first time in 2011.
2011 ndio umekuja Nairobi mara ya kwanza?
Yes.
Na umeshaanza kutesa hii town. 2011 ndio ulikuwa unaingia Nairobi kwa mara ya kwanza?
I was shocked by the tarmac, the street lights, the tall building.
And that was where you were coming from Nairobi. Where were you from?
I was coming straight to university.
To the university?
Yeah, university tu imenileta Nairobi.
Which university is this?
University of Nairobi.
The University of Nairobi.
There, yeah.
The University of Nairobi.
Yes.
What were you pursuing?
Bachelor of Commerce in Finance.
And you graduated ukamaliza kabisa?
Yes.
And now you went back home and want to bring the changes you saw here back there.
Yes. So going into finance, I nilienda to university kusoma because I was very sharp in school, and nikapita vizuri, and I was very good in mathematics, but my passion turned out to be in community service to the community, leadership and governance. So nikaanza kidogo activism. I used to, criticize our county government, asking them why you're not doing this for the people. I started doing a lot of charity, and I was like, no, my heart is actually here. Let me go full blast and get into politics.
Into politics?
Yes.
Wow, so you actually find it's a calling now?
For me, I feel very comfortable in politics. I'm having a field day. Yes.
Now, a quick one. It is so hard, like what we people here in Nairobi here, for a Samburu girl to go through school first and complete the whole thing. Are these fallacies or just these things watu wanasemaga juu ya Wasamburu huku?
Unajua, negotiation is something very powerful in life. If yes, there are issues that are holding us back, like early forced marriages, FGM, early pregnancies. These things are holding us back. But if you are a good kid and you are able to convince your parents very nicely and smoothly, they will allow you to study. Because you see, they are also, right now in every village in Samburu, there is one person, msichana, a boy or a girl that has gone to school. So they are obviously going, they know that, they have seen the benefits. So you, for instance, being a naive parent who is egocentric and you don't want to educate your children, you'll see your neighbor and their children building houses for their parents, and you'll also want your child to go through that. So I think the competition has also played a very critical role.
So their parents, watu wanashindana mbaya sana.
Yes, mbaya sana. So, and also through empowerment. Kama mimi, I've done a lot of empowerment programs across all pastoralist counties. I've been to as far as Loita in Kajiado County. I've been as far as Loitoktok in
Kajiado also.
Narok.
Oh, Loitoktok is
not Loitoktok, Kilgoris. Yeah, in Narok. So we've done this empowerment program and telling our parents, ndio sisi hawa tumesoma. Also take your kids to school, and they love it. Yes.
Wow. So wow, I'm getting a very different face of Samburu than the Samburu that we people know.
Thank you.
And it is good that you guys have already started pushing for the girl child to be able to get there. Are there people who are still resisting and thinking that the position of a girl child is this, and this?
Yes, there are very, very few people. There are few people still resisting. Although I also blame the NGOs that are fighting these things, promoting girl child and fighting FGM, because majority of them, about 80% of them, are not doing exactly what they are telling their donors they are doing. Because look at the population of Samburu is about 300,000 total population. If you are really working for a change, the years that have gone by are so many. And also, you have to be tactful in how you are fighting FGM and fighting girl child marriages. You don't go and defile our culture. You have to be very tactical in how you approach it. You tell them, okay, can we have an alternative rite of passage? You just don't tell people quit FGM. It doesn't work like that. You have to ask them, what is an alternative rite of passage? And look at these people. They are illiterate, they are unexposed, and they are in the bushes. They are totally oblivious of what's happening in the world. So when you give them a different perspective and tell them, this is what is happening in the world, people are abandoning the retrogressive cultures. People are moving forward. You know, you harmonize the conflicts they have between culture and modernity, and they start to see the world in a different perspective. Sisi wote tulikuwa washamba at some point.
That's true.
Tumechanuliwa. So also these people wanataka wachanuliwe and be nice and go to them. But you start fighting them, bringing sijui police, then there is a marriage happening. You come and defile the marriage, you arrest them there, sijui what, he's marrying. These people did not know what they were doing, you know. You have to tell them, this is bad, do this in this way. But ukikaa huko, you crossing your legs and eating all the donor funds, and then you come at one point, you arrest people who are getting married and circumcision. That's bad.
Wow.
Because you are shocking these people, and for every action, there'll be a reaction.
And let me ask you, now that things are changing, have they started to accept?
Yes.
Are more parents accepting?
Yes, a lot of parents call me. I remember the first time I was the pioneer Miss Tourism Samburu, and the parents used to cut out my image from the gazettes, from the newspapers.
From the newspaper?
Yes, and they stick it on the door. I have a parent who called me and told me, my daughter's cut out your image and put it on the door. So every time we will try to talk anything negative about, oh, you, the small girls, go take care of the goats, let the big children go to school, the small ones to take care of the goats and calves. They're like, no, I want to be like this girl, you know? And that made me feel proud. So it's changing. Once they see their own girls out there doing things, they also want their children to be there. Parents are loving. They want the best for their children. No parent wants something bad for their child. Yes.
What is this ideal life you think if you were the woman rep that you are running to be?
Yes.
What is this picture of a Samburu girl that you do really want to be seen out there?
I want the world to know that Samburu girls are equally as powerful as any other woman in this world. We are very much capable of sitting in the boardroom. We are very much capable of formulating laws and implementing these policies. We are very much capable of going back home and grazing our cows and, you know, doing everything that appertains to our culture, and we can still conquer the world.
So, a Samburu girl has been born.
Yes.
What is the journey you'd wish for her?
I would want her to go to school, first of all, get empowered, because, you know, education opens up our minds to the world, to be empowered, to get educated and empowered, because a lot of people are schooled but not educated. You know, it's not enough to just go to school. You have to be educated. You have to know what's happening in the whole world. You have to keep tabs with what is changing. And while at it, maintain our beautiful culture. It is possible because the culture gives us that belonging. We are African. And what makes Africa the mother continent of the world? We have diverse cultures that must be protected to the latter. Yes.
Which are some of these cultures that must be dropped and what must be kept on?
We have beautiful cultures, like Samburu culture, I like to say, is one of the most untampered cultures in the rest of the country. And like values, for instance, we have values we protect, you know, like the way you relate, the socialism, you know, the love for community, loving one another, being very hospitable, by the way. And I would like them to drop cultures. I like our marriages. They are beautiful. I think Samburu marriage is the most beautiful in this country. I like our naming ceremonies. We also have some feasts. Do you know we do the Passover? Like in the Bible. We do, I think Samburu and Rendile do the Passover festival. And our culture is sort of similar to the Israelites' culture.
Okay.
So I like those bits of it to be maintained. Also the blessing rituals, the cleansing ceremonies. We go to the mountain to pray for the rain. You know, we I also like the circumcision of the boys, because this is what shapes the boy child, makes them warriors, and then instills knowledge about the community and the society to them, you know, creating leaders. Basically, they become leaders after the circumcision ceremonies. I would want those maintained. I would like cultures like FGM to be dropped, you know, female genital mutilation to be dropped, and also, you know, the conflict like cattle rustling, I would want it dropped. And what else? Yes.
So that the peace would be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. You see, most people are just seeing your beauty and they're like, okay, who is this? People are talking much more of your beauty than what you can achieve.
Yes.
What is behind this beauty?
You know, I normally say being beautiful is like being stupid. You don't feel the results of being beautiful. I don't feel it. I don't know if other people feel they are beautiful, but I don't feel it. Like it doesn't make, you know, you don't feel it. It's like when you're stupid, you don't feel you're stupid. Other people will suffer the consequences of your stupidity.
Sometimes. Mjinga juu yetu mjinga. Lakini sasa anakojolea maragwe. Hapo ndio wanasema wow, kumbe huyu ni mjinga tu amelewa hapa. So because most people see that and they're like, wow, this is just another beautiful lady who's trying to find her way within the corridors of power without even knowing what it takes.
Yes, true.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know you had all the time that
yes.
all you have is just your beauty, nothing, and all you will have to do is what people, everybody say,
yes.
just going to sleep up with people to sleep your way up. Have you heard about this? And
I've had it from the start. You know, I started my campaign around May this year in Samburu County. It's been intensive campaign. Getting this platform was like sort of the climax of it, but I've had the opposition even from the county, few people, you know, a handful only opposing me, and they will use these things, and it's expected in life. They have called me a slay queen, but you know, do these people know a slay queen is someone who murders people? I've not murdered anyone, and I also think that there's a very serious stereotype against people, girls who are beautiful. I don't think we really want as a continent to start stereotyping beauty as a criminal offense to be beautiful. You don't choose how you are born, you know. Even ugly people, you don't castigate them for being ugly. But
so we ugly people were just arrested. How did we get into this conversation? Why are you dragging us into?
So I've had that, and I really want to change the narrative. I thank God for people like you, because you're giving us platforms to air what content we have, what is in our brains. We are not just blondes. We come packaged with brains. And you know, people who are calling beautiful girls blondes and stupid, it's because maybe in their family they don't have beautiful people who reason well. You don't blame such people. There are very few, so you just let them be, because wataongea tu, but eventually siku moja nikibadilisha hii Kenya ndio watajua beauty comes with content and brains.
And brains.
It's stereotype. I was always top student in my school, so how am I paralyzed by my beauty?
Top student.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm beautiful. I am just living, and I'm natural. I like to stay natural.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
You're running for woman rep.
Yes.
Samburu County.
Yes.
Who is this one person you look up to?
Oh, globally, I look up to Ilan Homar. She's my role model because she's a fighter. She's a pastoralist girl who is a fighter and went to the US as a refugee and got into the Congress. And locally, I look up to one lady called Sophia Lepushirit in Kenya. She's the vice chair of EACC. She has been my role model since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
So this lady, she's tough, but she has a big heart. And she's very dedicated to what she does. If she means to serve this country, she's going to do it without being compromised. You know, Rosafi. And when I remember I was 4 years old, and one day I was traveling in town with my father. He was holding my hand. So Sophia is my aunt, and I meet this tall, very beautiful lady in the center of Maralal. I remember the spot very correctly. And she just, she was very tall, and I remember looking at her like this. My father was telling me, Papa, do you know who this lady is? I was like, no, who is she? She's so tall and beautiful. She was telling me, this is the first Samburu girl to go to the university, and I want you to be like her.
Wow.
So I've been singing Sophia, Sophia all my primary and high school life. I used to have a song I sing when I was young. My role model is Sophia, you know.
So you used to sing throughout?
Yes, yes. So I really wanted to go to the university and be this Sophia. So in my immediate village, I'm the first girl to go to the university.
Wow.
And my father told me, going to the university is not a mean feat. You have to maintain top position in class. I've never been number 3 in school.
1 2 1 2
1 2 1 2 tunachezea tu hapo. 1 2 1 2.
Wow.
And it was very serious competition. From number 1 up to 5 was very tough girls. Yeah. And I went to a mission school, very strict. So I grew up close to God. Catholic schools. I was a very prayerful kid. I still am. Prayerful big girl. Yeah.
Wow. Now a quick one. From the time you spoke the other day,
yes,
in Azimio, what has changed?
The attention. I didn't expect. Now, you know, I was just going there to speak on behalf of the youth. I did not know it would bring me this crazy attention, and I was not prepared for that.
Are you loving the attention?
Not much. Because I'm an introvert, first of all. But you wouldn't tell that. I've been an introvert that has been forced to defend, to get out and defend the rights of other people, to get out and speak for the Samburus. Because I was asking myself, I went to very good schools. I was raised well by my father and mother. They are both educated. They instill some very good values in me, and they always taught me to be fearless and push for what I want. If I don't go out there and tell these other Samburu children, who some are hopeless, that you can get this, who will do it? So it has been a lot of work in progress. I started activism in 2013.
Wow.
So I've been in the field for quite a while, but laying low.
Laying low.
And then Azimio happened.
Then Azimio blows you up again.
Yes.
Wow. Do you think it was a good platform?
I think God works in mysterious ways, and who could imagine a girl like me from the village will just be told you are the one speaking on behalf of the youth? To me, it was a shocker, and I'm glad a lot of Kenyans were happy, and I think it's good because sometimes in this life you need people to push you out of your shell, because if we are good humans, it's other people that will see the good in you and push you. You know, sometimes you don't see the power in you. You have to have those people.
Until you're pushed.
Yes, then that's when you achieve your optimum potential.
Wow. Back in the village, what are they saying? Because you're from the village.
Oh, they love it. Because now, you know, we've not had a very good image out here as Samburu. Because first of all, there's something I really want to address. When I was working my previous offices where I've worked, one time this lady crosses me, my desk, and she tells me, you said you are Samburu. I told her, yes. She told me, my daughter, let me ask you, are you a product of rape by the British? I told her, no, I am pure Samburu, born and bred in the village. Nothing about me is British. Samburus have long hair. They are light and dark, like Kenyans. You find a Luo who is light, a Luo who is good hair, you know, nice long hair, who has good African hair and stuff like that. So I think we have had a very bad image. When people think of Samburu, they think of conflict, ni wabaya, wanaua watu. They are tribalists. They are people full of FGM. They, you know, they circumcise their girls. They give out young kids for marriage. There is pedophilia, something like it's bad. But you see, this is what the media does. You know, no, unlike you, this is what the rest of the fourth estate does. They thrive on selling the bad stories. They thrive on magnifying the things that make headlines, the bad stories. And that is, they are contributing 100% to the rot in our society. Because if you don't sell the good stories, you're selling the bad stories. And their generations that we're raising and are younger than us, these are the generation you are telling the rot that you are selling. So if you magnify the good stories, that will propel our country to a better place. It will change our country because Kenyans will start seeing hope. That's why on Facebook you see someone posting a story about something good and everyone is like, oh, this is so nice. Because humans want to see that. What do we want the world to be like? And someone will sit there and say, I'm changing the world. How are you changing the world as the media? And the only time Samburu comes to the headlines is when you're talking of conflict, when you're talking of corruption.
Wow.
Who has ever gone to Samburu to document our weddings? Who has documented that Samburus are hospitable, that in Samburu you can enter any house and you'll get food and a place to sleep?
Hey!
Yes.
Usiambie watu wa Nairobi hivyo.
But it's true.
Usiwaambie watu wa Nairobi hivyo.
Lakini by the time wanafika huko watakuwa wamechoka. 7 hours on the road.
So let me ask you. Sell Samburu for me in a minute.
Oh, Samburu is a county in the central of the north of Kenya. It's beautiful. The climate is both cool and warm. And in Samburu, you get to experience amazing, diverse weather. In Samburu East, the weather is very hot and dry. In Samburu West and North, it's cool. Sometimes very cold and chilly in the evening. And then you get to experience a spectacular terrains. The topography is amazing. And then, by the way, Samburu has 5 very unique indigenous animal species. The Somali ostrich, the reticulated giraffe, the gravy zebra, the greater and lesser kudu. They are not found anywhere else, only in Samburu. We have a huge population of elephants. So, going to visit your Samburu friend, you get to experience elephants crisscrossing around your house. Not here you have to pay and go to a camp, you know, one elephant. What are you talking about? On your way from Nyahururu to Samburu, you will see all the animals, lion, buffaloes, elephants. They will come and salute you on the road before you get to your destination. Inasimama, inakusalimia, in a bow, and then in a pizza. You get the zebras crossing all over, the normal zebra and the gravy zebras. The amazing Sapashe mountain in Samburu East, the mlima where people call Mlima Marsabit. That is not Marsabit, that is Samburu County. That is the one Safaricom uses in their adverts. That is Samburu County, and I want to actually ask Safaricom walete network hapo. Wache mchezo. So
waweke
network hapo. Hawezi tumia mlima yetu na ina network.
Wanaitumia tu kwa advert.
Yes. And then there is Samburu, the majestic Samburu North constituency. You get to experience the Ngiro Mountains, the Ndoto Mountains, one of the most dense mountains in Kenya. Very huge. And the Samburus go to worship on that mountain. We have our god. It's called God of Ngiro Mountains. I also worship that god. And then we have Baragoi. Baragoi is not about conflict always. Baragoi is like a fusion of Samburu, Turkana, El Molo, one of the smallest and indigenous tribes in Kenya. The El Molo,
I hear they are almost becoming extinct.
I don't know. They have a culture that I hear they maintain their population at 99. I don't know if it has changed nowadays. But they will tell us. So imagine there is a fusion of those cultures in Baragoi. Baragoi is not about conflict, So that's the beauty of Samburu County. The people are so nice and warm. We have Turkana, we have Kikuyus, we have Somalis, we have Samburus. And they all interact like, even the Kikuyus in Samburu speak full Kisamburu. Even the Somalis, they speak Kisamburu. So what are people talking about? Samburu is so beautiful.
How do you say hello in Samburu?
Enter super.
Enter super? What's the difference between Samburu and Maasai?
When we say super, to a Samburu, they respond oye.
In Maasai it's eva.
Eva. That's the difference. But so, we are cousins. I would just have a little variation in intonations, and a few words. Like the sun, they are similar languages. Wanaita jua ngolong. To us, ngolong is nja, feminine.
What?
Yeah.
So it's ngolong that brings ngolong.
You're right. But we understand each other. Yes.
Wow.
And the Jamus, also Baringo, they are also Ma. They speak Samburu language. Yes.
Your 100 days in office. It's been announced
Right.
that Hezena is the woman rep, Samburu County.
Right.
Your 100 days, how will that look like?
It will be, my slogan, my Samburu name is Malmal.
Mal?
Malmal.
Malmal.
Yes, it
You know
means...
Malimali, what Malimali Nairobi is?
No, don't tell me if it's something bad.
No, it's not
What
bad.
is that?
Malmal. Mali. Mali kwa Mali. You don't know Mali
I
kwa
don't
Mali?
know.
No, Mali kwa Mali is where there's this guy going around with the basins and dustbins and
No,
everything.
don't defile my name.
No. And
That is
you
different.
exchange with shoes, what, right? Mali kwa Mali.
No,
Okay,
mine is
Malmal.
Malmal, which means perfume.
Malmal.
That's why people call me perfume. Yes.
Hey, perfume. Let me add you more. Sanitize. So you are perfume.
Yes.
All right.
So that's my nickname, and it's actually a specific kind of perfume. Like the one they used during Jesus' time,
Hey.
where una cleanse, marashi ya ku-cleanse.
Okay.
Ukichomewa,
You're
madhambi
clean.
zote zinatoroka. Unakuwa msafi, unakuwa mweupe kama pamba. So that's what I want to do to our county.
Malmal.
I'm going to do a rigorous campaign to restore the image and glory of the Samburu people.
Wow. We are talking to Malmal herself, or otherwise known as the perfume, about to give Samburu a different scent, a scent that you will be feeling here in Nairobi while it's being sprayed in Samburu, promising to give the best to the girl child and also to the boy child. Yeah. Don't ever forget the boy child.
I will not.
Because most of you activists, you're always there just pushing the girl child and your rights, and then who do you want to marry, you people?
I actually have a different opinion on that. I'm a girl child champion, but that does not make me a boy child fighter, because I'm not a feminist. Let's begin it there. I'm not a feminist. That's the tag I don't want to identify with. I'm just an empowered woman who's working for a better society. And I believe strongly that women, we do not want to be better than men. Let's understand it. We just want to be
equal.
Yes. We just have to have equal rights. We don't want to be better than men, because these men, at the end of the day, they are still our fathers, they are still our brothers, they're still our children. So what we want is a society where both genders are in harmony with the other. And we might not have achieved so much in that. Now, there are feminists who hate men. So why are you hating men? Where will we go without these men? You can't hate men. I have 4 brothers. How can I afford to hate men? I had an amazing father. I cannot afford to hate men. Men are part of my campaign. They are the ones propelling me. Some of them are supporting me just as much as the girl child and my friends and the women are supporting me. We do not want a society where the two genders are in conflict.
Wow.
Because then men are born strong in society. You try to fight them, you will get another reaction. But women are born and created superior to men. And that's what we don't get as women. If we use this, we will get what we want without fighting.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is no way I'm going to fight the boy child. I'm an advocate for... I cannot.
Even your husband is a man.
Yes.
Sindio? So you're married?
You just had to. No, I'm not married.
Vijana wamekuwa wakizunguka pale kwa DM yako. Wanazunguka ndani ya DM yako. Wakisema, Hezena. What do you want? Hezena, must you go to politics and I have this money for us to spend together? My love, come home. I'm ready. How many cows does Dad want? Things like that. So, tell us about that side. This is the last time Hezena is speaking about her status. Personally, I'm married.
I'm not married.
Yes.
Yes.
And tuiwachie tu hapo.
Yes.
No, you see, kuna vijana na nyumba imeandikwa
Mbwa kali.
Kuna watu hata wakiona mbwa kali bado ndio wanaingia. So mbwa ni kali hapo. Ama if they have proposals, genuine proposals, they can start throwing them your way.
Hey, with that serious face, now I have to answer.
No, there's nothing serious.
Yeah, I'm not married, but I'm in a serious relationship.
Serious relationship.
Very serious.
Kabisa.
Na
ukijana na ng'ombe zako. Wewe na ng'ombe zako. Please. Edu tafute mwanamke mwingine. Hezena is gone. And when a Samburu woman says it's in a serious relationship, tutastukia tu watu wamejipaka mavitu hapa nini. Red Oak wapi nini, watu wameanza kuruka. Hiyo siku yake nayo imefika. You invite me.
I will.
Make sure you do.
I will.
But I really still want to go to Samburu. I've never been to Samburu.
You're welcome.
I've just realized that I've traveled a lot in the country, but I've never been to Samburu.
You will love Samburu. Everyone is just so nice and sweet in Samburu.
You have beautiful hotels there.
Very much. We have the Sarova Shaba. We have Samburu National Reserve, by the way, and again, Samburu has the largest population of bird counts in the whole country, and Samburu Game Reserve, it's a national park. It has so many hotels inside. We have Sarunilo, we have Sapashe Kirish Camp, which is on top of that.
Which is the best that you'd say, ukifika hapa, ndio mwisho ya dunia.
Hakuna best. It's just that zote ziko best.
Zote ziko tu
sawa.
Mali
tu, ziko tu sawa.
You're just being politically correct. Just being politically correct here. You love Samburu so much.
But I like Sapashe Eco Camp, which is on top of the hill. Hiyo mlima na kuambia. So you have this view of the whole safari Samburu National Park. The whole view. And you will see all the mountains. You know, we have Matthew Ranges in Wamba, Samburu.
Okay.
Matthew Ranges is a chain of mountains that stretch from Samburu to Ethiopia.
Wow.
Non-stop. Hivi tu zimeshikana. From Samburu Wamba to
Ethiopia.
Yes, we have Lake Rudolph on top of it. It's beautiful.
That must be very, very beautiful.
Fantastic. When you want to go to Samburu, just go there looking for peace, to stay quiet and unwind and come back relaxed.
Wow.
Usiende huko kama unataka kutafuta vitu zingine.
Uende tu kama unataka kutulia. Now, a quick one. Before we actually call it a day, but we still have to have this conversation going on. ODM down. Wewe ni mwanachama
kabisa
wa ODM. Tell us about that.
Mi ukinikata damu na vitamin C mingi sana.
Vitamin C. Orange.
Yes.
Damu.
Yote down. The Secretary General of Vijana na Raila.
Tell us about that.
Vijana na Raila is a big lobby group that was formed in support of Baba's presidential candidature. And Vijana na Raila basically brings together all youths. I think it's the biggest lobby group in Eastern Central of Africa because we are bringing together youths from diverse cultures, from diverse communities, from all over across the country. We have regional representatives. Every county has a chapter leader of Vijana na Raila. And these are basically youths who are intellectuals. Wale wanajua where they want this country to go. We want this country to go through a rigorous economic revolution. You know, we want, and Baba has an agenda of economic revolution. Why? Because right now, like he said, he fought for our democracy, you know, the multipartyism and all those things. Now we have democracy in this country. We can't compare it with so many other countries. And then he fought for
the new constitution.
The new constitution. Now we have devolved governance. But what are the actual issues that this country is facing, especially for the youth? For the youth, we can all agree that our main problem is unemployment. And how can we diversify opportunities for employing youths? It's only through an economic revolution. We are talking about industries. We are talking about subsidies in taxes and small market enterprises. You know, we are talking about expansion of the small market economy. And this is where most of the youths are focused, is jua kali, sijui mama mboga, stuff like that. This is what can immediately put food on the table of so many young people. He's talking about the 6,000 kitty for youth.
Stipend.
Yeah, the 6,000 will be good, because nikiwa na 60,000 I can start my small business. This will revolutionize everything, because if you give me something else, a gadget, some 16th century gadget, how am I going to use it? I don't want to mention that gadget. I'm done mentioning it. So imagine that gadget. You give me an sijui it is how many shillings. How will it help me? I cannot put my cows on top of it. You know, my cows. I cannot transport my cows with that tool. It's not even a gadget. It's a tool, by the way, from Archer's Post to Samburu. I cannot do that. But if you give me 6,000. My friend, I'll buy cabbages in Meru and go to sell in Samburu na nitapata profit, because nitalipa 500 transport. Takuwa nimetengeneza do. Because and this is why we support Baba. We are coming together as youth who think we need better things for this country, and we have a very, very serious good strategy for propelling the youth agenda within the presidency of Baba. We have plans to come up with an e-commerce platform where we're going to sell our items as youths, you know, a global online market. Those are the things we are thinking of as Vijana na Raila. We are thinking of an agricultural revolution plan, which goes very much in line with my own agenda as an aspirant for women representative in Samburu. I have an agricultural revolution program, because we are looking at having alternative means of livelihood for the people. In the next few years, the billionaires will be coming from IT and agriculture. Where do we want to reposition ourselves? You know, yes, people must eat forever. Hata tukikuwa robots, I think bado tutakula. Ama unaonaje?
Kabisa.
Bado tutakula. Because you know, some people love food. Like Luyas. They really love food.
Kabisa.
So, we are going to have... Kina nani? They love food. So, yeah.
Kama mimi.
Exactly. So, when we put the resource we have in this country, the first and foremost big resource is the youth.
The youth.
The youth are a huge resource for this country. If any country wants to propel further, they need to think about the position of the youth and how they are repositioning the youth within their government. If you take care of the interests of the youth as a country, kutakuwa na amani. Kama tumbo ya kila mtu imejaa, kila mtu ako na job, hatuna time ya chaos, hamtatuita to disrupt mahali, tutakuwa sawa. There will be peace. So, assuming all these youth were put into agriculture, as Vijana na Raila, we have a project called the Jembe project. This Jembe project, we are coming up with ways to where the boda users will use these jembes. Now, we'll have these special jembes that are used to, that can dig faster, mashamba ya watu, especially wale wako mashinani. Then you hook this jembe to the boda rider, because most of these boda riders in Ushago are idle most of the time. Wanabeba watu kidogo, wanarudi wanakaa kwa ile shade yenye wametengenezewa sijui na CDF ama na nani. Ile shade, that's the only thing they got from Community Development Fund. Iyo shade ya kukaa tu wakai tu idle. And an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Kabisa.
So we are trying to
change that.
We give them this jembe, they hook it on the border.
Walime.
Watafute makazi inaitwa kandaras. Sama mnaita this side of Nairobi. Walime mashamba. You can take that jembe, you hook it 1 hour, umetengeneza pesa mzuri. And you go. So these are the revolutionary ideas we are thinking of as Vijana na Raila.
Wow.
Yes.
Guys, as we have this amazing conversation with Hezena almost coming to an end, definitely you know about Tap Tap Send, the easiest, best way to send money back at home. Everybody wants to travel back for Christmas and for the holidays, but then they can't be able to travel, definitely, because kuna pandemic, kuna mambo mingi. There's a lot of things that is happening out here. But Tap Tap Send gives you the opportunity to send money back home very, very fast, and is free, by the way. Now, Chris is here, and the Tap Tap Send wants you to download the Tap Tap app Send and make sure that you start sending back home, money back home. Whether you're in the United States, you are in the UK, you are in the Schengen, you are in Paris, you are in the UK, everywhere. There's only one way to send back money home. Make sure that what you need to do right now, let me just read that very, very quickly. Tap Tap Send money instantly back to your M-Pesa and from bank at zero transfer fees. All right, make sure that you download the app and use the code JALAS. When you use the code JALAS, you will get your 10 euros or $10, and this will come straight to your Tap Tap Send wallet. Make sure that you also tag the Tap Tap Send team, and also tag me once you've downloaded it, and you also stand a chance to win yourself 100,000 bob. 100,000 bob na Christmas itaweza sana. Tap Tap Send is the easiest, best way to send money back here at home. Now we are closing up, and I want you to straight on this camera to give us your final submission, your ambitions. Talk to the people of Samburu. Talk to the people of this amazing country. This is Hezena giving her last submission on Bonga na Jalas.
To my beloved Samburu people, I am calling on you to consider this little girl, Dito Kininaibor, for the position of women representative seat, in that I have a global perspective to the economy and progress in this country. My mind is not constricted into village mechanisms. I am going to revolutionize the health sector and bring an agricultural revolution to Samburu as an alternative means for livelihood. This will restore peace to Samburu, because nobody will come and kill and fight and shoot your cabbages. We have to start thinking of industries, because we have huge land, we have a huge potential. We are going to think of how to bring in leather industries. We are going to, because I have been in the leather industry before. You know my brand, you've seen my brand, you've seen the things I've been making from leather, and we are going to maximize, especially the industrial sector in matters milk, in matters livestock production, and adding value to the resources that we have. We are going to have maximum utility of our lands, and we are going to have also better education, and peace restoration. Those are my key agendas for Samburu County and to Kenyans at large. The youth are a force to reckon with. There is no better time than now to invest in the youth. There is no better time than now for our government and the incoming government to consider the position of youth. Even if it means giving us 3 or 4 ministries, we are the ones with the energy. We will work, of course, under your guidance, and we are also living in the moment. Right now, the plans and agendas that must be implemented are agendas that are timely for now, for this season, and for this generation. So I am calling on all Kenyans to pay attention to the youths, and all our youths to think critically about who we want to be safe under, and who we will actually be safe under, and where we want our country to be in the next 5 years, especially the Maa communities. You do not want to elect someone who starts salivating upon seeing our huge tracts of land. You do not want to elect anyone who will make someone else, a foreign person, to come and become a deputy governor in your own county in the name of diversity in this country. There was a reason for devolution, and devolution purposely was meant to distribute power, to decentralize power from the national government, and to ensure that every community has equal rights in this country, and that no community will be left unattended or shortchanged. Thank you, Kenyans, and God bless.
Wow, very powerful last submissions of Hezena here on Bonga na Jalas. And what a beauty, what a brain, what an ambitious leader that she wants to be. I actually want to ask the people of Samburu to have Hezena as the next woman representative for the county of Samburu. Thank you so much for accepting to be here. And on that note, I'm taking you for lunch here at Mimbali. Sanitize.
Thank you so much, Jalas.
Nyinyi mkangoja mkimwona huko sisi tunakula lunch na yeye. Let's go. Have you furnished your house yet? Have you made sure that your house looks amazing? If not, then come out to Dignity Furnitures to make sure that you enjoy the sale that is going on right now. The Dignity 2021 sale that is 10% off to 30% on all items. Come and enjoy a range of products from dining, sitting room, living room, bedroom, your carpets, everything, office. This is the place you need to be. Come to their showroom on Thika Road, on Langata Road, and also on Mombasa Road. Call and now come and see the range of products that they have. Dignity Furnitures, furnitures for everyone.